The old contemplating life. What's the point of it all? We're gonna die anyways, right? So life has no purpose. Purpose. That's something we all want to chase. Especially as men, we all want to feel useful and fulfill that masculine purpose that we have, kind of that caveman alpha fucking spirit that we have inside of us. I don't know what it is really. But I think it's kind of why we get that masculine urge to die on a battlefield, bleed out in the forest or bleed out in like the snow, covering the white snow in our blood and shit, turning it red. I think that's kind of why we get those feelings. And for me personally, why I feel kind of badass when I fix some shit, when I do some handyman shit, or I do some like, some like manual labor. That's probably why I feel like so good after I do something like that. But when you get into the mindset that there's no point in life, the whole we're gonna die anyway, so I'm just gonna be sad, bitter, and depressed. It's You're looking at it the wrong way. Yeah, we're all gonna leave this earth one day, and whatever you believe happens as the earth that's gonna be our eternity. Whether you think there's an afterlife, whatever you think the afterlife is, if you think there's nothing, if it's just eternal blackness, it's whatever you believe, it's gonna happen whether we want or not. That's the only guarantee we have in life, is that life is gonna end eventually. So I would say that that's actually a good thing, though. That's what makes life beautiful. That's just beautiful, you know. That's what makes this life that we have valuable, is the fact that it doesn't last forever. It's not unlimited. Um, Value is predicated on how hard it is to obtain and how rare it is. If you really think about it, even though there's like what fucking like 7 billion of us on this earth, how many more you think of them little swimmers was in there trying to make it to the egg? You know what I mean? So it's we're rare, even though I think a lot of motherfuckers be fucking nowadays. But yeah, this life doesn't last forever. Yes, we're gonna die eventually, and everything we did probably won't matter and will be forgotten either as soon as we die, or sometime after we have been dead. Um, so enjoy this life. Stop worrying so much. Stop stressing yourself out. Just stop. Just slow down. Look around you. I don't think enough of us do that. Sometimes all we need is just to slow down, take a breather, smell the roses, look around, see what's going on. A lot of us are just kind of fast paced, fast. Especially, in area that I grew up in, when you're growing up in a suburb or you're growing up in the city, everything is so fast paced, even more so when you're in the city. The idea that it doesn't really matter what we do in the grand scheme of things is kind of freeing. Because we could fuck up and we really beat ourselves up over it, and we worry about, oh, this person is gonna think I'm a fucking failure, he's gonna think I'm a loser, oh, I don't have as good of a car as that dude over there that I went to high school with. Shit don't matter, because all that's gonna be gone eventually, and all that's gonna be forgotten eventually. So I think when you start to think that way, it really frees you and kind of breaks those chains of insecurity that we all have. But yeah, not everyone is like, Michael Jordan, Kobe, and all these motherfuckers that are insane. The guys that have the killer instinct. They have the addiction of competitiveness, and they need to have every accolade and win constantly. Not everyone has that, and I sure as hell know I'm not that type of person. And most of us aren't, because those type of people are even more rare than just life in general. You know what I mean? Most of y'all watching this video don't have that inside of you either. And I'm one of the people that doesn't have that. But that also doesn't make them more valuable than us. Because in the grand scheme of things, all those accolades, all those things that they achieved is, all the stories too, it's going to die one day with them as well. So It's unfortunate, but it's the truth. So you're struggling to find your purpose. You're struggling to find what the point of life is. What's the point to keep going? What's the point of getting up every day? You know, even though it's so shit or it seems so shit to you. Look, for me, the point of life is to have fun. The point of life is to enjoy myself. You know, and also be a good man. That's kind of the bottom line for me, you know. I still struggle with a lot of things, don't get me wrong. Which I have plenty of, you know, more video ideas that I can make on those struggles than I have in the past as well. So I'm not perfect by any means, but these are kind of things that help me reset. You know what I mean? Whenever I'm in a rut and I'm kind of feeling low a little bit. But yeah, at the end of the day, man, life is just too short to contemplate what the point of life is when the possibilities are almost endless. You know? There isn't one answer for that. Everybody has their own reason to live. And, like, literally, I think it should just be to find out what makes you happy and what gives you satisfaction. You know, once you identify that and also identify what allows you to be able to do those things that bring you the happiness, the satisfaction, the peace, the things that allow you to chase it, like, there you go. That's your purpose, man. That's what the point of life is for you. Once you figure out this is what I like, this makes me feel good. Okay, I have to do this. That may not make me feel good, but it leads to me being able to do the stuff that I like. That's it, bro. That could be the point of life, and it sounds so simple, and it's easier said than done, of course, like most things, you know. It sounds so simple, but obviously putting it into practice is going to take a lot more time. So I understand that as well. But once you get to the other side, you really will realize, damn, it really was that simple. But the process for me kind of felt seamless, you know. And yeah, all of this will end eventually. But fucking man, we're here. We're here. We had no choice of being here, so we might as well just enjoy, have fun. There's a lot of good shit that we can do on this planet. You know, there's so many beautiful things we could do, so much fun shit that we could do. Fucking man, we're here anyways. Let's just have as much fun as we can while we're here. You may not figure out what brings you happiness right away or for a while now, but that's okay. You know, everybody goes in life at their own pace. You know, everybody tries to rush everything when I think everybody should just really take it slow, take a more relaxed approach of, you know, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess just accumulating things in life at a, you know, steady pace instead of just rushing everything, you know, because I think you'll be able to enjoy everything more and everything won't feel like such of a blur. But yeah, just figure out what brings you the emotions and the feelings that you want. Obviously, most of us can't do, you know, things that we enjoy all the time, so that's when you try to associate the boring shit that you do in your day-to-day with, okay, this allows me to do the fun shit. So yeah, when you start associating the boring, you know, sucky things that we have to do with, okay, this leads to the good stuff in life that make me feel alive and feel good, you'll be much grateful and you'll be much more happy during your day-to-day. So just ask yourself, what brings me happiness, peace, and satisfaction? For me, it's a lot of things, actually. You know, making these videos, working out, spending times with friends and family, being in nature, traveling, trying and seeing new things and experiences. Now, with the working out, it's more of like the after that makes me feel good, because obviously the fucking pain and the soreness that goes with actually working out sucks, but it makes me feel good when I'm done with the workout. But I gotta work. You know, I gotta work a 9 to 5 to sustain those things. Most of them, at least. Making videos, I need at least some type of equipment. Obviously, nowadays, you don't really need a lot, but you still need at least something. You need at least a phone. That's like kind of the baseline, what you need. Phone costs money. How do you get money? You get a fucking job, bro. Stop being lazy. Get you a job application. I also got to pay for my gym membership, so got to work for that. Sometimes my friends and family want to go out and do something that costs money. Well, good thing I worked 40 to 45 hours this week. And traveling and those new experiences can cost money as well, so that's what my job is for. And working out allows me to feel good and look good through it all. So that's kind of what I would say my life is laid out in. That's kind of how it is. And I'm enjoying it, bro. Enjoying every minute of it. The bad and the good. So my purpose in life is to have fun. That's it. Life can be all fun, unfortunately, but I do things that lead to the fun. You know what I mean? The things that allow me to have the facilities to have fun. Work hard, play hard. I'd say that's the best way to live your life, in my opinion. Yeah, work your ass off, but set some time to be able to fucking play hard too, bro. Set some time to be able to relax and have fun and do whatever it is that you like to do to let off some steam, bro. So if you're stuck in a rut and, that rabbit hole of, like, what is the point of life, I'd say do what I do. It feels like a cheat code, man, because all it is just a shift in mindset. A lot of shit that we struggle can just be resolved in a shift of mindset. But like I said before, it's a lot easier said than done. When you explain what to do and how to fix it, it sounds simple, but obviously in practice, it's not that simple. Yeah, you're at your shitty 9 to 5, but that job allows you to do the not so shitty things in life. So that'll just make you appreciate and be much more grateful for that shitty job you have. And if it's possible, then get you a job that's you can tolerate, bro. I feel like that's, as long as you can get you a job that you can tolerate, that doesn't really stress you out so much, doesn't take so much of your time, then I think that should be kind of the baseline. You should be good. Obviously, if you just have a fucking horrible job, you get treated like shit, you get paid like shit, it's not worth the work that you do, it's not worth the stress, all that type of stuff, then obviously fuck that job. But once you find, a good job that's values you, with the pay that you get versus the work that you do, and you can tolerate it, I think that's ultimately, you can have a healthy relationship with that job. But yeah, you'll appreciate the bad more in life, because all of it is, for the good times. So yeah, you'll appreciate the job more. You'll appreciate the bad in life, because all of it is leading to the good times, which, they'll come eventually.
Absolutely have to have dark in order to have light. Gotta have dark. Gotta have opposites, dark and light and dark, continually in painting. If you have light on light, you have nothing. If you have dark on dark, you basically have nothing. There we are. It's like in life. You gotta have a little sadness once in a while so you know when the good times come. I'm waiting on the good times now.
Yo, so it's been a minute. It's been a long ass time since I really made a video. I know nobody really watches my videos, but maybe somebody out there has been waiting for me to fucking make something. Probably not, but it's okay. But yeah, no, I just been really chilling. I don't know what it was, because I do enjoy making these videos, but man, I don't know, something in me just really didn't push me into doing this like it would before, you know what I mean? So I do feel very, I guess motivated. I don't want to say motivated because motivation is just temporary. It's not really something good to rely on. But I just feel like maybe it's just that feeling that I want to spend my free time doing this shit again, making videos. So, I'm hoping that 2025 can be a consistent year for me. So like last year, I made like 2 or 3 fucking videos, which that's just that is insane. So definitely want to be more consistent. But I've been really good, man. Life is good. Life is amazing, and yeah, bro, enjoying every minute of it. Yeah, there's always gonna be bad shit and down points in life in general. But yeah, in my life, there's always those lows. But it always gets a lot better eventually. So I'm grateful for every minute of it. I love y'all. Anybody that's ever watched my videos, ever clicked on it, even if you clicked off right away, I appreciate y'all. I was a little sick making this video, and I am now. So hopefully my breathing isn't loud as fuck in this video, because I can't even breathe right now, bro. But yeah, my voice is kind of deep now too. So, but watch out before I take your bitch.